Disclaimer: these videos are simply made for the sake of entertainment. I nor other speakers in my videos are speaking for any groups or fandoms as a whole. We are just expressing our opinions and discussing them. We are all entitled to our own opinions. You may disagree or agree on some of my opinions, and that is fine, but I will not tolerate any disrespectful comments toward me or any other people. If you cannot handle an opinion, you can simply just click out. Thank you. Hello guys, this is ARMYTALK with Olivia. Thank you for coming again and listening. I know that this last video was pretty long, and I hope that didn't bore you too much, but there was a lot to talk about, honestly. But here I am with another video, and speaking of which, this past week, it was confirmed that we actually did break our record for 100 million views in 24 hours for the Dynamite music video. We actually came up with 101.1 million views in 24 hours. YouTube announced this a few days after this weekend, so that's why I just wanted to clarify that the count was updated. This week we are touching a new subject with my regular guest here, my best friend, Camila. Hi, Camila.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So, the topic we are talking about, as you see in the title, let's talk about Kim Seokjin of BTS. Now, we're not talking about any problems that he might have, because that's his own business, but we are talking about the recent controversy that has been going around in the ARMY community. Now, you know what that is, right, Camila?
Yes.
This past week, when Dynamite came out, a lot of people noticed that Jin didn't have a lot of lines. In fact, I think he only had 1 to 2 lines, alone. And people also complained about his screen time and how he didn't have a lot of it. But there's some ARMYs that have taken that to another extreme and have even started spamming comment sections from big hit labels with the comment, "Seokjin deserves better." Some antis have been using this to spam as well, for that whole freezing views thing, but that is a whole other can of worms. But with the Seokjin thing, there's been a lot of differences in opinions about this. Some ARMYs have been saying that they're going too far, or that it doesn't really matter, but some are saying that they've had enough and that it's time to step up. In fact, those Seokjin stans, or BTS ARMYs, have actually gone as far as sending a protest truck to Big Hit to basically protest the whole Jin thing and how he deserves better treatment. Now, that is quite an extreme action, to be honest. But
Yeah.
what is your thoughts on this, Camila? I know that there's a lot of people thinking that people are going too far with this and people are being too sensitive, but what is your thought on this?
I was a bit upset that Jin didn't get as much lines, but I mean, this has been starting since way back then when Dope came out, or Blood, Sweat and Tears came out. He did have screen time in Blood, Sweat and Tears, but he didn't have any lines. And I get that people got we're so done with it. But sending a truck to Big Hit, I feel like that embarrasses them.
Yes.
It just embarrasses them, and it's just too much. It's very immature.
Yes, there have been a lot of people actually saying that it must be embarrassing to Jin to have to see that, a protest truck being sent for him, publicly out for everyone to see how he's getting apparently mistreated. And I'm not sure about how he gets treated there. He seems to be fine with it. And I know that this has been going on for a long time. I remember the last time people were so angry about it was Not Today, because didn't he get 1 second of screen time?
Yeah.
that was, I could say that was pretty extreme, and he didn't deserve that, but I'm not Big Hit. I don't decide, so. And the thing is, I feel like people should not accept it as it is, but like just know that there's nothing that we can really do at this point, because people have said that emails and emails and emails have been sent about this topic concerning him, and Big Hit hasn't changed anything. Jin is still getting a minimum amount of lines, and I think that's just gonna be how it is.
Yeah, I remember I saw a lot of videos when they were reacting to it. I saw a lot of videos saying that Jin felt really bad because you could see like he started smiling and just his smile faded away. The thing is, I don't think, well, it's because we don't know the real thing. Like, we don't know what actually happened. So it's kind of weird that people are feeling bad for him, and I feel like you wouldn't like people to pity him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, honestly, the whole young line of BTS as a whole has constantly been like criticized or left out, either by Big Hit or ARMY themselves. But I just think that they've come to accept it as it is, and so we shouldn't keep making a big deal about it, especially if we're trying to, support them. And I know that ARMY is always wanting the best for everyone, for all of the members, but there's a certain limit, and there's lines that shouldn't be crossed, and I just feel like a line was crossed this time.
Yes. Also, I don't like how people use the word mistreated on him, because he really isn't being mistreated. It's kind of like a weird thing that people are using mistreated towards Seokjin, because they don't really mistreat him.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, like, ever since I first got into the ARMY a few months ago, it's just been, I've seen comparisons going around, and a lot of people are always kind of pitying the young line in some ways. That's why everyone's always complaining about Jin and how he apparently gets mistreated, even though that's not true, like you clarified. He's not mistreated, but people like to throw around that word just so other people can feel bad. And that's like a bad type of attention, especially for a performer and an idol like Jin.
Yes. Well, it's because Jin, compared to the other members, he doesn't express himself as much.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really know how he's feeling. And I also like read that Big Hit, whenever they're producing a song, they write the lines first, and they give out the lines that fit the personality more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said something like that, and they don't really get to choose their lines.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know why Big Hit is holding back on Jin and not giving him an equal amount of lines as the others. But, you see, the whole thing with this thing was the song itself, Dynamite, was supposed to be sort of a gift to us and a gift to ARMY to give them a little positivity, to cheer them up and give them something to look forward to. And the fact that a lot of them are just complaining about how Jin is not in it as much, or that the song is bad because Jin didn't have enough lines, people are complaining way too much, and honestly it just seems like ARMY is ungrateful.
Yes, I remember a lot of people said they didn't like the song because it sounded westernized, or westernized and not K-pop. But it was a gift. It was a gift. It wasn't it wasn't kind of like on. It wasn't something like very, very serious, but it was a gift to us, because I was really happy that they did that song, because I really was looking forward to this year's summer. And when I noticed that we couldn't have any, then I kind of went into a depression.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked how they made me feel like I was in summer.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the case for a lot of armies, but the thing is, armies who just look at it as a song, just bringing up all this stuff and piling it on top of a song that was supposed to be a gift, that wasn't even planned in the first place, just kind of ruins the song as a whole in the fandom. I feel like when you look back at Dynamite after like a year or so, you're just gonna look back at it as the song where everyone was upset because Jin didn't get enough lines. I mean, that's what Not Today is basically viewed as now. It's just viewed as the, oh, Jin didn't get any lines song. And that kind of ruins it for some people.
Yes, like, we don't want Dynamite to be known as the song Jin doesn't come out in, or the song Army took the truck to Big Hit.
Oh, yes. So I think both of our opinions kind of agree with each other because we both agree that ARMY went too far with this one. And I like it as a song, and I still listen to it because it's a great song and I love it. So I'm just gonna keep supporting them. And I know that some people are probably gonna think our opinions are crap because we're kind of siding with the side that thinks, oh, you guys are going too far, but like, let's be reasonable here. Throwing a tantrum and like spamming comment sections and just being confrontational to Big Hit is not going to fix anything.
I mean, it's the idols, like, their perspective of things. Maybe they actually do want lines, but we don't know.
Yeah, that's only for the company and them to discuss. And us as fans should not get involved with things like that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking with me again. This was fun. And I'm glad that we were able to get some things out there. And hopefully the people listening, if they think that we're being offensive, I hope that they just take a chance to step back and just look at the whole situation and think, is this really what Jin would want? I'm just hoping for that.
So good with words.
Not really, but okay. You got anything to say to the listeners?
Subscribe.
Yes. Yes, subscribe. We work hard on this. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening or watching, and I just hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe, like this video, and share it with your ARMY friends or K-pop friends who might be interested. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yay, we did it.
I'm the one I should love.